Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the engine house. I am your host, of course, Gandy Dancer. And once again, I have commandeered the wife's dining room table because it's just that time of year. And the lighting's better up here. So, if you hear any noise in the background, Mrs. Dancer's in the kitchen over there making banana bread. So there might be a little noise here and there. Okay. So, probably not going to be a very long video today. Just a few things here and there. It's got a lot going on. This is, of course, the holiday season. Been doing some decorating around here since Thanksgiving. And I probably won't have another video for a couple of weeks because there's just a lot going on. And it is, again, that time of the year. So anyway, let's go ahead. A couple things. A friend of mine asked me about this poster here in the background. You see this, Fiddler on the Roof, Topol here. This gentleman, I got to see him live. This was his farewell tour. I got to see him live on stage. He was the original Tevye in the film version of Fiddler on the Roof, and at the time he was in his 30s and they made him up to look like an old man. By the time he retired, he was the age of his character, Tevye. He just recently passed away, as a matter of fact, in March, I believe, of this year. So I did enjoy that. I got to see it live on stage. It's quite the show. Really was interesting. Anyway, another thing, while I was going through, sometimes my emails notify me when I have a new follower, and I just recently picked up a new follower, and it appears you are from Korea. And I just wanted to say hello, and I actually went to school with a couple of brothers from Seoul. The youngest of the two brothers was close to my age, used to spend summers with us, and he's the one that talked me into going into the military. And many years later, I actually got a chance to spend a couple of weeks just outside of Busan. We were training over there. I love the country, actually have a lot of respect for the people, and welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around. I'll enjoy having you. So, anyway, let's go ahead. Again, it's going to be kind of a short video here today. There's a lot going on. When I was talking last time about putting curtains in the windows here, and I suppose maybe I ought to move the camera so you get a better look. Let me do that, and then we'll come back to this so that I can show you a little better what's going on. Okay. The dogs are wandering through here and there, so you'll catch them here. Anyway, last time I mentioned putting curtains in the windows here, and if you happen to have somebody in your life, like I do, who collects fabric, sometimes uses it, those are two different hobbies, same with yarn, and you hear my wife giving me the raspberries over there. Anyway, she has a lot of scraps of fabric, and she suggested instead of using construction paper, use fabric. So that's exactly what I did. You can see here in this one, we've got one that's, the curtains are open, and one here where they're closed. And I just basically, you can see the fabric glued on the inside there. Same with over here. And I just did these on this side. And the way I did it here was I just kind of glued the sides and held it down till the glue got tacky, so it made it look like the curtains were open. You can use construction paper, which is what I originally had intended to use, but my wife said she had fabric, so why not try fabric? So I said, why not? This is also some of her fabric here. This is going to be an awning over here, and this fabric will be on the awning, and it will have a hood shape that will be up in here somewhere. Okay, so this is Granny in red, so this is to represent Red Riding Hood's riding hood, and it will be set up. I'm not going to even try to do that today. I have some other things that have to happen, and I need some wire to make some bracing to hold it up and whatnot, so that's all going to be done at a later date. Also, what I'm going to do today, you can see I have a chimney here. It's just a cheap bendy straw. I bought these at Family Dollar. I think they cost me $1. Spray painted it, and there we have the chimney, the stovepipe for the bakery in here. Later on there will probably be some stuff on the roof when I get to the roof portion. For the tenants, these is going to be actually rooms for rent, not apartments. It's just going to be rooms for rent. This needs to be finished. There's going to be some wire. My wife also does jewelry. I'm going to be raiding some of her wires that she uses to use as bracing.
And good thing I love you.
Yes, dear. And then there'll be a brace on this that will be wire as well. My wife's also very handy with the computer. I can turn it on, and of course I am a writer. I can use Word and write. She does the good things here. I'll get that right up close. You can read that. It says Granny and Red's Delicatessen and Bakery. It says, let me put my reading glasses on here because I can't read it. It says catering, special orders, and delivery. And if you know anything about Little Red Riding Hood, the story itself, it was written in 1927. So down here in the very corner, it said established 1927. So this is going right here. And what I had done is, you can see this is a little bent here. I need to kind of flex this a bit. There we go. This is a piece of foam board. Okay, right here. I picked this whole piece up and the straws, and I think at Family Dollar the whole mess cost me under $3. Okay. This is going to be a base on this. It is going to be the sidewalk and part of an alley on either side. It will be made, I wanted white, they didn't have any, they had black. It can be painted. So this will be painted up, and it will be made to look like sidewalk, and there will be more details added on it. Let's put it that way. This also came out of this toilet paper roll right here. This will be painted black, and it will be added right here over the door to the rooms. And I know that's going to kind of hard to see with the way this is set up, but it will be right here over this door. And there will be a sign. We had a sign printed off when we did some other stuff, but for some reason it just did not come out. And my wife's going to try to make another one, and there'll be a sign here next to the door saying rooms for rent. And this is just going to be a small awning over this for people to go in and out. Oh, look who made an appearance. Shop Kitty decided to show up. Hello. Yes, good morning. For you. She's probably been asleep upstairs on the bed. She likes to get under the covers on our bed and sleep between the pillows, and that's probably where she's been all day. Hello. Okay, I'm trying to shoot a video here. Okay, you see that? Yes, I am. And you want attention. She's a very good girl when she's sleeping. Okay, you got to get down there. The other thing we did is I wasn't sure what I was doing with the inside, so instead of trying to finding O-scale food and of things of that nature are next to impossible. Okay, I can find dollhouse scale stuff, 1/12 scale or 1/6 scale, but nothing in 1/48. There is just nothing out there. So instead what we did is I pulled this offline. It's a bakery scene. And I am just going to glue it in here. And we're going to do that right now. I left the side here and a bottom here as something to glue to. And the dogs are wandering back and forth here today. We're going to put a little glue on this. And it looks like I need a new glue stick here pretty soon. This one is just about out. I use this one quite a bit. I'm going to put that. And then, reading glasses, of course. We're going to want this. And it does not need to be too far back. It just needs to give it some depth. Okay, and there it is, right there. It's a little bit of depth in there, make it look like we've got an actual bakery. Now, this is, again, this is a background building. This, I just found online some actual textured sheets of O-scale brick and even stone. If this building were going to be up near the front of the layout or somewhere like that, I would want to have textured. And I would probably do a lot more to it, but this is a background building. Okay, this is going to be way in the back, so you're not going to be up close to it. Okay, so that is in place. We're going to let that sit for a minute, and again, we can I will paint this later. I still have the roof to put in here. I found a piece of cardboard to put in. I'm going to be setting that in over the next couple of weeks. I did make a door, as you can see, for here, and put that in over the last couple of weeks. And again, this will have a sign that says rooms for rent on it. And now what we want to do is figure out exactly, and it appears I put this chimney on probably a little too soon. I got a little carried away here. Let's see where exactly I want this. And right about there, I think looks pretty good. So, get something here, something here, something here. Kind of go around, and maybe a few in the middle. I am going to have to look next time we go. I got this at Michael's, I believe, in Idaho when we were living there, and I've had it for quite a while, and it's finally, I believe, running out. Okay, so we want to kind of make sure we've got this lined up, and now one thing you want to do also when you're making printing off something and you're going to be using it like I am here as part of a sign is you want to make sure you do the edges so you're not seeing just white paper. And this is going to be kind of a bit of an annoyance. My dear,
Yes.
could I get a couple of canned goods underneath there to put a little weight on this?
Yep.
Just enough to hold it in place. The little paint things I have are not quite heavy enough to hold it in place, and I want it to get tacky. Yeah, those should work. And I'm going to pull this up right to here. Okay, set that one there, and that one right there. And that should. Now if the cat does not, maybe I need something heavier. Those are still trying to come up. Yeah, maybe something a little heavier.
How about kidney beans?
Kidney beans sound good. Just right. Perfect. And I will hold the back down here with those. Set those right in there somewhere. Aha, and that would keep the cat from knocking those off.
Yeah.
She's a good cat, but some days. So we'll let this set up. Anyway, where was I? Yes, this is a background structure. So there will be some more work done on it. There will be some, I'll be dry brushing some black dirt. We want to dirty it up a little bit. So there will be some dry brushing done on some of this. There will be a roof set in. I have a piece of cardboard that I have already set. I just need to cut it. There will be some more detailed work. This will be glued on and set and it will be cut. And I do believe where I want the hood is right in here, and you can't see it because it's out of the frame, but it'll be right in between the two windows, the two inner windows upstairs, you'll see. And again, I need to raid the wife's wire stash that she has for her jewelry making. It's nice when you have crafty people in the house that have a lot of crafts going on. I can borrow from her and I can get what I need. Oh, yes, again, when you're doing something, you print something off like this, and we printed these off. We did it first with regular paper to make sure it was going to work, it was the right size, it was going to look right, and then we printed them off again with cardstock, and then I cut them out. And the one on the inside here, of course, I don't care, it's you're not going to see the top, but the sign, Granny in Reds, the way it is, I use a brown marker and just go around the paper edges where the white paper's showing to cover it up. You don't want to see the white right there, okay? You don't want to see that. So one of these comes in handy. I used to have one in gray. I don't know where it disappeared to. I have two of these in brown, two different styles. Next time we go somewhere, I'm going to have to look and see. I've gone through everything I have looking for the one I had that was gray. Can't find it. So, but that's those. These I had for weights. It's amazing what you can do with a few bucks. I mean, I probably will use more of these bendy straws at a later date. For other buildings, I have plenty of other buildings I want to build. I will try the next time. I'm going to look at getting, if it's going to be a building that's going to be close to the front of the layout, I'm going to order some of the textured prints and see how those turn out on there. Again, this is the background structure. It didn't have to be textured, and it's going to have some more detail work to it. Every building on the layout is a scene in and of itself. How much detail you want to do is up to you. This will have a base, I showed you. It'll have an alleyway, it'll have a sidewalk in the front and an alleyway on the other side between it and the building next to it, and there will be a dumpster, trash cans, maybe some old pallets, who knows. It just depends on the detail, the amount of detail you want to do. There'll be people. One of the other things I just recently got in the mail, and Shop Kitty here, I do not want you knocking that off, Kitty. No. I don't want you knocking that off. You get down there. One of the things I just recently received in the mail is these are street lamps. They're not lit. You can get them where you can wire them in and have lights on your layout. I said once I was not going to do that because that's a lot of work underneath the layout, and I'm not equipped for doing that kind of thing anymore. But these will be on the sidewalk in front of the building. Probably 2. I've got a dozen of these, so there'll be some others for other buildings. Picked these up on eBay, pretty cheap. I'm happy with them. I like them. They'll be on the sidewalk. Also, in a couple of weeks, I'll have an unboxing. So it's going to be a surprise. I won't tell you what it is. It's kind of a surprise. Kind of a before Christmas surprise. Anyway, like I said, this was going to be a short video. There's a lot going on, and I really were getting down to near the end on this, so a lot of stuff that will be getting done off camera, and I'll be showing you after the fact what it is. And then of course later I'll be back to work. When I originally started this, there was it was going to be, or it's still going to be, Hansel and Gretel's confectionaries. You saw that building at the very beginning. I will go back to work on that building. That's going to be a little closer to the front of the layout, so I may go ahead and order some of the textured sheets of brick or stone. There's another building or a part of that's going to need some other brick on it, and I will be showing you that building later on. Probably as I'm working on this one, I'll have that one up here and I'll show you the progress on it. But we're almost done with this one here. Here shortly I'll be calling it done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button down there and subscribe if you liked it. There'll be more. You'll get to see more of Shop Kitty when she's awake. And I hope you all have a great, fantastic rest of your day. And bye for now.